is going to be the best in class when it comes to a women's professional training facility.
Man, as if going to the Indiana Fever wasn't already an attractive feat for free agents. Now, the team has unveiled plans to build a awesome $78 million performance center. And guys, all the other teams have to step up. Let's get into the story and we'll talk about the other teams on the other side. So the official release says that Pacers Sports and Entertainment, who owns the Indiana Fever, unveils plans to build world-class $78 million Indiana Fever Sports Performance Center. Guys, look at this building. It looks fire. Like, oh my goodness. What? This is like NBA quality. Like the look of the outside building. Let's get into the actual story. So again, Pacers Sports and Entertainment today released plans to break ground this summer for a state-of-the-art $78 million exclusive, that is the key word, guys, exclusive sports performance center for the Indiana Fever in the heart of downtown Indianapolis. Construction of the 3-story, 108,000 square foot world-class training complex is expected to begin in August of 2025 and open before the 2027 WNBA season. The Indiana Fever Sports Performance Center will be a part of the PSNE campus, connected by Skybridge to the Virginia Avenue parking garage and Gainbridge Fieldhouse. So it's basically right around the corner of where they currently practice right now. Says we are excited to partner with Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogsett to identify the perfect location for the Indiana Fever Sports Performance Center, says PSNE owner Herb Simon. The city of Indianapolis continues to be a tremendous partner as we elevate our team, players, and community. And while the project plans are being finalized, the center and amenities will be designed to address the specific needs of female athletes competing at the highest level, including performance and conditioning, recovery and rehabilitation, mental health and wellness, and lifestyle sport. Specifically, the facility will have best-in-class amenities, including 2 regulation-sized courts with natural light, which is kind of cool, premier strength and conditioning equipment, yoga and Pilates area hydration station, and full-service kitchen. Because y'all, there's been a lot of talk about kitchens and a lot of talk about food, and these WNBA players, that's a huge bonus for them. Huge bonus for them. To help players recover and recharge, the facility will offer a spa-like retreat with massage, infrared light therapy, sauna, stream, heat studios, float tank, and multiple hydrotherapy pools. Wow. The team will also have a private outdoor courtyard and mental health performance spaces. The center will boast a hair and nail salon, childcare services, and podcast and content production studio to support player lifestyle. Guys, let's stop here real quick. This is a game changer because what this is doing is they are taking various elements that other teams are either in the process of doing or other teams have talked about, and also highlighting one of the huge sales that Unrivaled has. So Unrivaled, if y'all don't know, is about to start pretty soon, and they are doing a lot of things differently. One, they have chefs on board that are like making awesome meals for the players, like they've talked about it, and they really like the food that's being offered. 2, they have childcare before, during, after games. And their childcare is top notch. Great nannies that Unrivaled has hired for that. They also have a great weight room. They have great facilities for Unrivaled. Now, Unrivaled, again, is a single site for the entire league, but the amount of players that have talked highly about the offerings of Unrivaled. Also, we can think about the Chicago Sky, who will be, building their new practice facility soon. They've had talks about having, places for players to be able to do, podcasts and sort of do that sort of content production type of stuff. But their facility is going to be in some way shared with the village that they're going to be in. And, the Aces have their facility That looks awesome. You know, the Seattle Storm unveiled their facility. The Phoenix Mercury, same thing. The New York Liberty largely uses the Brooklyn Nets stuff. Like there's a lot of awesome aspects that various teams already have in terms of multiple courts, in terms of the equipment for rehab and all that stuff, the pools, and like there's stuff that other teams offer. However, it seems like the Indiana Fever have taken bits and pieces from what other teams, what unrivaled, even what NBA franchises are doing, and they're like, you know what? Let's plot this in to the Fever. Yep. The Fever is getting top-notch stuff because we have reached a new level in what we are doing. Let's continue on with the article. It says, with the goal of Indianapolis becoming the epicenter of women's sports, this world-class sports performance center will be the preeminent place for players to train, recover, and push their boundaries, says PSNE CEO Mel Raines. It's a game changer in terms of providing the ultimate player experience, and we can't wait for our team to reap the benefits of having an exclusive and unparalleled facility designed specifically for them. Yeah, this is top-notch stuff, guys. Top-notch stuff. Raines says the center will offer exclusive fan experiences and a Fever team store, which is fantastic. The Las Vegas Aces also have a permanent team store as well, which is kind of cool. Like WNBA teams really don't have that in terms of like the masses. Like you just have to go to like a Dick's Sporting Good or catch them game day, and where they have like a pop-up store that they have at their arenas. But yeah, this is really awesome. Says with exciting and unique merchandise opportunities, the Performance Center will serve as a hub for the team to expand their community outreach and engagement efforts. Currently, the team's dedicated practice court and training area, which was renovated in 2020, is located within Gainbridge Fieldhouse and considered among the top facilities in the WNBA. It is. It really is. It sometimes it doesn't seem like that when you look at the video, but like think about the fact that it's a dedicated space for them, and they don't have to share it like a lot of other teams in the WNBA have to. Indiana Fever president of basketball and business operations, Kelly Kroskoff, said having a standalone facility will elevate the team and fan experience. This elite center is a reflection of our organization's ongoing commitment to ensuring that our players have the highest level of resources to be successful, Kroskoff said. As we look to the future, the focus of creating a first-class player experience designed exclusively for women athletes will set us apart. All right, and then it says an affiliate of PSNE will construct the facility on the west half of the former Marion County Jail site, located at the corner of Alabama and Maryland Streets. The city of Indianapolis will make an intergovernmental land transfer. Okay, so the government is giving them resources. Okay, to the Capital Improvement Board of Marion County, which will enter into an operating agreement. Oh, okay, this is interesting. Which will enter into an operating agreement with the PSNE affiliate. The facility will be donated to the CIB, which is the Capital Improvement Board, at the conclusion of the term of the operating agreement. The Pacers and Colts practice facilities are also owned on land owned by the CIB. Yeah, I didn't know that about the Pacers and the Colts practice facilities. Okay, this is pretty interesting. I wonder how long the operating agreement is for. Like, this doesn't say, but I guess if I'm in Indianapolis, I'm happy about this because at least there is eventually going to be some benefit minus like taxes and whatnot. There will be some benefit for residents of Indianapolis with them, being able to have the facility once the operating agreement is done. Like, again, how long is the operating agreement? That's a huge question. Anyway, let's continue on. It says, last year we experienced an unprecedented boom in interest and attention on women's sports around the world, led in large part by our own Indiana Fever, says the Indianapolis mayor. Indianapolis is proud to see significant investment from Pacers sports and entertainment drive further momentum in women's basketball in our community and continue to elevate our status as a major sports city. Construction will be led by, I don't know how to pronounce that first name, Sexton, and the architect of record is Populous, a global design firm known for being at the forefront of innovation and leading the charge in women's professional sports. All right. And so, yeah, I think that's good to call it quits on this. But guys, this is fire, man. This is fire. I've seen some renderings on like, look at this. Look at this, man. You got 2 back-to-back practice facilities, and you have a skyline. Now, there is a court in Chicago that's like up in the air. And it kind of has like a similar skyline. The Chicago Sky, they had like one of their team film days there. And it was kind of cool to like see the city through the glass as the players were like practicing and whatnot. It seems like the Fever are going to have that type of vibe. Like that's awesome. That is really, really, really awesome. Like it's exciting. It's exciting, man. It is a new day. It is a new day in women's basketball. It is a new day with the Indiana Fever. So like this is part of the reason why if Fever fans, a lot of them got survey requests, right? That's why the Indiana Fever is asking you 5,100 questions, because they're like, you know what? We are looking to elevate our game, and we need to figure out how we can keep you to stay, right? Is it that you're only a fan because of Caitlin? Okay. We already love Caitlin. We want her to stay on the team, but now it's even more like we have to do whatever it takes to keep Caitlin Clark on our team. Like, is it like what exactly? How exactly are you engaging with the Indiana Fever? Are you just watching the broadcast? Are you traveling to come to games? Like there's a lot of questions that the Indiana Fever are wondering, and that's why they had a very long survey where they're asking people. And so, guys, if you all ever get surveys, especially from sports companies, do the survey because it really does help them out, and it helps them to make decisions like this in the future, because this $78 million investment, that's a lot of money. And the purpose of it is not to just, find out random data. It's to help to support decisions that need to be made in the future. So always, if you can, do surveys because it just helps when it comes to just planning for the future, because this is awesome. Like, this is really, 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 really cool. The Indiana Fever is continuing a growing line of teams that are really investing in their facilities, right? The Dallas Wings, they'll be moving from Arlington to Dallas pretty soon, right? In 2026, right? The Chicago Sky, they're moving from one burbs to another burbs for their practice facility. That they're working on right now. That's going to have a whole bunch of stuff. Like, it's nowhere near what the Indiana Fever are doing, but it's still progress, right? It's still progress. You have the Seattle Storm that unveiled their world-class practice facility that looks pretty awesome. Same thing with the Phoenix Mercury, which they unveiled really to a lot of people during the All-Star game and All-Star break, right? The Las Vegas Aces are kind of the trailblazers who kind of started this kind of trend, and you have other teams that are associated with their NBA team, and that's how they have access to stuff, right? The New York Liberty, the Minnesota Lynx, the LA Sparks, and then you have the others, right? You have the Atlanta Dream. You have the Connecticut Sun, who leave a lot to be desired in terms of both practice facility and just like where they play every day, or not every day, for their games, right? You have the Washington Mystics, who does not have the greatest of facilities, right? In terms of where they ultimately play their games at. We are about to reach a new CBA, which means players' pay is going to jump up. Salary caps are going to jump up. But going into the future, guys, when we look at teams and how successful teams will be, I can pretty much guarantee you right now, there will be a strong correlation to facilities, player amenities, and success, right? Because we will see players say, you know what? Yes, this team and this team are offering me the same amount of money. I'm an unrestricted free agent. I can go wherever I want to go. There's no team coring me. I got this option. I got this option. They paying me the same amount of money. I'm going to the place that offers fantastic childcare and a great facility and chefs that like cook really, really good food, you know, before and after practice, right? I'm going to the place that if I get injured, they got not only world-class trainers, but also, world-class equipment that will get me back to being my normal self, right? I'm going to a place that actually allows me to have full 24 access to the practice facility. So if I want to wake up at midnight in the dead of the winter and I'm in that city and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to go practice, I can do that, right? There is going to be a sea change. And these teams that are not investing, i.e., primarily the Connecticut Sun, the Washington Mystics, and the Atlanta Dream. The teams that are not doing that in terms of elevating player experience, because everybody's going to get a pay bump. You know, everybody's going to get a pay bump. That's largely, controlled by the WNBA. But teams individually control all the other stuff, all the other ancillary stuff. That is a huge deal. That's why we see Tosh Cloud and Clea Kappa telling everybody, hey, free agents, check out the Phoenix Mercury facility, right? That's why you have Angel Reese that's saying, hey, the sky's about to build all this stuff. We about to have nice stuff, okay? That's why you have players trying to recruit other players to be like, hey, look at what we got. Of course, we're going to pay you because that's a given. But look at our other amenities. And the Indiana Fever are like, you know what? We already had a great situation compared to some WNBA teams. And now we're building a $78 million facility for the WNBA only, exclusive to the Indiana Fever. Like it's going to help. The Indiana Fever is about to start a dynasty. Like, because who wouldn't want to practice in a $78 million facility every day? Like, I'm just saying. And the bar just continues to go up and up and up and up. So my hope is that, all of y'all, newer Fever fans, I hope y'all continue to rock with this team because this team is making some huge investments. And the biggest fear that teams have is to make these huge investments and not have a return on it because fans leave and they're like, you know what, we're done or whatever. So like, if this is your team, you better rock with it. Like, and this is regardless. Pick your team, rock with it, support them, both financially and through social media, but primarily financially support these teams because if we want to continue to see the game of women's basketball elevate, we have to be able to show it with our moolah. Anyway, that's the video. What do y'all think in the comments? Let me know. Are you excited about this? Do you think that this will continue to force other teams and whatnot to step up their game? I think so. I think it's kind of cool. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments. And I will see y'all in the next one. Till next time, guys. Bye-bye.
As the CEO of Pacer Sports Entertainment, I couldn't be more excited for both our men's and our women's teams to have their own standalone practice facilities. I think it's expanding our campus in a great way. It's providing them everything they need to have the best performance that they can on the court. And I think it's absolutely the right time to do it.
Well, first of all, our goals for this new training center is really to provide a first-in-class training center that is designed exclusively for women athletes. And I think that's important to note because it's not just a gym, it's a holistic approach to how women athletes train, recover, rehab.
This is going to be the best in class when it comes to a women's professional training facility. And not just the day that it opens, we're gonna set this up and think about this as the best in class for many years to come.
From all of the weight and conditioning equipment, obviously we'll have 2 full-size courts. It'll be available 24/7 for them to come and utilize it, but also just the best in recovery, the best in mental health, places for them to be able to also record content, podcasts, and other things that they may have to go off-site and waste time doing things like that. So they can really maximize their time spent focusing on their performance and not on other things.
This franchise has always been about players. It's always been about basketball. And it's about anything we can do to help the player become the best they can be. This is really a huge example and an opportunity to show the rest of the league and the world and that's involved in women's sports what it takes to be a high-level athlete.
It's an unbelievable day for the Indiana Fever, another step for our franchise, again, to make this the best franchise in the world.
As we look toward Indianapolis becoming the epicenter of women's sports, having professional women's sports teams and having dedicated training facilities for them is really a key piece of putting that together.